Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So today I want to show you this 1v1 rank game that I just finished, and this is probably the craziest and most intense game I have played yet. This is played against a player called 000, and this is a really good player. Right now he's top 5 I think on the ranked ladder, while I'm top 3, so I should be potentially able to beat him. But this game will be really intense, so let's just start with it. It's 31 minutes, so let's resume the replay. I spawned in the bottom left corner as the human. I'm doing a traditional opener. I don't really like this position, but we managed to squeeze the sawmill behind the barracks because I made them really in the front, so that's really good. We are starting with some peasants, and he's playing orc, so we have at least different races, which always makes it also easier during the fights to distinguish the different units, so that's always nice when you have different races against each other. And he's also going for logging camp and barracks, and they're going for a little bit quicker farm than me, actually power building it with 3 orcs, with 3 workers, while he's building the barracks and logging camp both with just one of them. And then he has more on goal. This is maybe actually a better opener potentially for these 1v1s that are played on bigger maps. For example, like this one where we have a map for 6 players, but obviously only 2 positions are taken. I haven't really encountered the situation where it would spawn us right next to each other. So I think there is potentially also some rule that it spawns you a little bit further away from each other. And basically no one really goes for rushes here because it's just totally random where the enemy player will be, and he will just waste lots of time, and the rush would probably fail anyways. So usually if more time you can expand freely and these kinds of stuff, so potentially it's maybe a little bit more effective to delay these buildings, but I'm not too sure about that. I already have an archer, second one on 50%, he doesn't even have barracks, so I think my opener still should be better. We will have, he will have second farm a little bit sooner. Also he has one more worker there, which is a waste. He will get maybe a little bit more food, but this is enough, so I'm getting more efficient food here, and now I have more villagers on gold, so even though he got a little bit more in the beginning, now I should be catching up, and I already have the archers now, so I can start defeating the goblins, which will give me more resources to have even quicker start. So I don't think this is too optimal, but it's also not bad either on these maps. We obviously will clear this base immediately with our archers, kill the goblins one by one, ideally not lose any of our units. At the same time we don't really build anything now, we are trying to save up the resources for the expansion, but at the same time I'm still producing peasants. I just stopped my archer production for now. The enemy is producing some archers as well. Already has 3 of them, so he's going for the base. But as you can see, I'm immediately going with my archers out of my base, even though the night will be coming soon. I want to start, first of all, clearing some other camps to get even more resources and experience. And then I also wanted to mainly find the enemy, to potentially harass him, stop his expansion, at least kill some workers, yeah, whatever we can do. But right now we have basically the same base, I just have 1 less worker on the farm. We are a little bit in minus, but I still have 45 food in stock. Yes, over 100, so it's definitely way more efficient like this if you want some extra food. But also he's not gathering with that guy. Maybe struggling a bit here with the archers, but he didn't lose anything, I think. I managed to find him pretty quickly. I checked these 2 positions, now I'm going here, so the third, that's like nice middle. And here I wanted to maybe harass him a little bit. I saw only 2 archers, but there are also these wolves, so it's really hard. He already damaged my archer a lot. So I rather decided to go for this base, maybe potentially stop him. I wasn't sure if this is all of his units or if he is somewhere else on the map. Obviously now there we will see that he has lots of archers, so I probably won't really want to fight him here. I killed 1 archer, I lost 1 archer. That's probably fine. I know that he has more in the back, so I didn't really want to push into him any further. Now I know that he doesn't have expansion yet. I mean, he could possibly have it here because we didn't really fully check it, as you can see on the minimap. But most likely we know that he doesn't have an expansion, while we have one, so we should be definitely way ahead in terms of resources, which is always really important. I just checked also this expansion because this one is the closest one to him that is not protected, together with this one, but I already checked this one before. So I wanted to check if maybe he went for immediate expansion without conquering it, but he has lots of archers, so it was really improbable. Not sure if I lost something here or if he lost some, maybe that's just a skeleton. Now we'll try to escape from here. He's on the opposite side of the map, so I don't really have to worry about defense too much, but I already have 5 archers at home as well. We are producing peasants in both of our town halls. He wanted to follow me a little bit here because he had more archers, but he actually ran into the wolves, while there are also the skeletons. So we basically got rid of him by escaping to this part of the map. But I'm still trying to come back a little bit. Here I saw the wolves moving, so I was definitely pretty aware that he's fighting with them. Or at least that they attacked him, and then he maybe retreated. He's making a fourth orc farm. I'm also making 4th farm now, but I'm struggling with food a little bit. It was a small problem, but I'm making 2nd barracks, and I still have the 2nd base already, which he's going for now, but he doesn't have 2nd barracks. He maybe has a little bit more archers. He has like 6 here and 7 here, so 13 archers. I have 3 here, and then like 7 here. Yeah, so he has maybe like 3 more archers, but a whole base and barracks is definitely more valuable. Here I'm also killing some archers here. First of all, I want to gather resources and experience from it, and second of all, the fact that I cleared it now is actually gonna be incredibly important towards the later stages of the game, where it will be totally crazy, and this being cleared will be like really important. So we are sending more peasants to wood as well, so we gather some other resources. I'm not sure how he is doing with wood, but yeah, he has 466 food taken. I have like 10 more, yeah, not even like 8, so we are basically on the same thing. Now he also has the base. I have a little bit more workers there. Overall, maybe I have a little bit more workers, but it's not really helping me too much. I'm also struggling with the food, so that's really bad. At least I leveled up these archers a little bit, so they have level 2, all 3 of them. That's really good. Once we figure out the food problem, they should also regenerate. Here he is just farming some wolves. The skeleton's harassing me, so I'll just move the peasant. Now we have archers on both of these barracks. We are going for some farms in the back again. And we also built smithy, so we can get the shields upgrade. Obviously my plan was to get the shields upgrade during the night. Then immediately when the day starts now, I start producing swordsmen. I take all of my archers and I just timing push him with shields and archers. But since he's actually pretty decently playing, it's not really possible. Even though he's producing just from 1 barracks, he has lots of archers everywhere. And even with shields it will be really hard. Also I have to get to the opposite side of the map first, which is just a really long time. That gives him lots of time to prepare. Now he will spawn his 2nd barracks. He didn't do it in the expansion, I don't think that's too smart, because now it's really vulnerable. But here he will have even stronger defense, and here are all of his farms, so this is also a really important spot to keep an eye on. I destroyed the trees between my bases, so now I have basically 1 big base. He could have also done it. There is a little bit more trees on this position, but if he had everything there instead of here, he could have also destroyed the trees probably by now. Here we are clearing some walls, also the bandits, just to get rid of all the natural enemies near me. And I also wanted to clear this path so I can get here and capture a 3rd base, because I knew that I'm 1 base ahead. He didn't really seem like he wanted to push me or anything, so, and he probably fell behind as well, so I just figured out that if he attacks me I should have still enough units to repel it, and if he doesn't, then going for expansion is the best thing I can do. The timing push is still a thing there, but we can delay it a little bit. I am not sure if I actually already got the shields or not, but I already have first 3 swordsmen ready. We are just placing some extra farms, going for town hall upgrade, to fort to unlock knights of course, and already placing the 3rd base now, and I think I will also place the 4th base here. I'm not sure if I already cleared this before, probably not. But we can just go there with our army now, quickly clear it, and get even the 4th base. Now he's clearing these bandits, which is a 2nd tower. I don't know if he'll also clear this one, but this one is mainly between us, so probably smart to clear it, and then also mainly the middle, and there is the troll. He still has mainly archers, but he also has one warrior here, at least to capture the tower. And now he's spawning double barracks on his expansion, also going for some more farms. But this means he will have 4 production buildings, which is more than I have. I have 2 of them, obviously I will make third one in this base. But I don't have fourth one yet. But I'm making stables. He didn't even start upgrading his clan halls yet, so he should have knights way sooner than he could possibly have munchers. But to be honest, I think he won't be making any munchers in this game. But yeah, we cleared this. Our peasants should be on their way at any second. Once we finish the stables, we want to upgrade to the castle as soon as possible so we can make a church and upgrade heal. Because without heal, the knights are not too strong, especially when someone is spamming so many archers and he knows how to micromanage them and target your knights quickly one by one. He's even making 5th barracks. Extreme amount of production buildings. But as you can see, yeah, actually we are still on the really similar food taken. Even a little bit more now, even though I should have better income. But I invested also into infrastructure much more, I think. Now we killed the troll. Killing some natural enemies as well. But I'm going for the push now. I have probably similar amount of archers as he has here. Plus the swordsman, but he also has all of these archers at home, which is still a lot. That's like 13 more archers, also more are coming from all the production buildings. He's even going for 6th barracks. It's like insane. I'm trying to spread them more to protect my bases, but he just has 2 bases and he's spamming so many barracks at once. Here I found his archers. I wanted to see if he has another base here, what I was expecting, but he just cleared it but didn't take it yet. Now he started escaping a little bit. I killed few units there, but he's really quick, it's really hard to catch him. I already had the shields, but obviously I couldn't just run with shields, so I was always turning them off to catch up with him, and once he turned around to shoot at me, I quickly pressed D to bring up the shields. Obviously it still doesn't really protect the swordsman too much if he targets one swordsman with so many archers at once, but still gave me some extra protection. Here I was already producing some new units from all of my barracks, even knights already, trying to attack him from the other side, but like this I'm just giving him free kills, so now I needed to move to a side, gather up a little bit more units there. There are also the wolves, so overall not the best position to be in. Definitely got more kills there, I think, my swordsman than I got on his archers, but fortunately the wolves actually pushed him back a little bit. So now he's retreating, we still have 4 bases, he has only 2, so we should be in a really good in a really good position. But it's really effective gathering on these bases. Just few peasants on each of them. Obviously I have better map control, but since he's running around the map with these archers, it's still pretty dangerous for me. And I need to be really careful. He killed one swordsman, but he saw my archers on the barracks, he didn't know how many of them I have there. I'm trying to rush on him, but once again, yeah, knights without heals. Some random units running here. He's just getting free kills. I was really in a really bad position to do anything about it. Thankfully, he eventually retreated because night is coming. He's still spamming only archers. This is a really favorite strategy of this player. He will make some other units later as well, because you need something else to destroy buildings and these kinds of stuff. But still, he's making basically mostly archers all of the time.
Job's done.
Making some more farms in the back. Obviously, as we are taking the trees away, it creates nice spots to put more trees there, more farms there, or just buildings overall. This position is really bad for starting, I would say, with close expansion, but you have really narrow space there, really hard to place your buildings. But after that you have a really good back base. You can connect your expansions and you just take the trees out in the back and you can build a huge base like this together. It's pretty similar to the position up here. Here you just have a little bit easier start because it's a really huge area. But you also have trees in the back and unlock 2 bases like this. Potentially also it's possible here. Kinda possible in all the bases, but this one definitely not. And here it's also a little bit awkward. Probably the worst ones for endgame base. Potentially he's going for some other push again. Now he finally started making warriors as well. I don't see Smith yet, or it's maybe called a little bit different for orcs, but he definitely won't have shields. He retried the push, but I have my archers here as well, not as many, but still decent amount. Lots of swordsmen with shields. And now we already made the church, so I think I probably already also researched the heal. But over here he managed to kill some more units again. I mainly just want to push him back, because killing him on open field like this is extremely difficult, so I just want to push him back, get rid of him, survive the night, accumulate units, and then just push him at his home, because once he's there, he can't escape anywhere. Obviously, he will have really strong defensive positions, but outside of that it should be pretty easy. Fort base is working, obviously we are most likely already on the peasant cap. We are going for second barracks here and also one more here. So in total we should have 3, 4, 5, 6 barracks. He has 5 here and 2 here, so he has 7. He still has one more. But yeah, 1500 food. He is on 1800. Okay, he has way more units than me. Have similar resources. But I have definitely better infrastructure now. We have more space on the map. Yeah, but this army is most likely stronger now. Obviously I also have the knights there with heals, maybe some potions. We didn't buy them yet. But you can already see what he's planning. Basically the knight is like maybe in the middle or getting towards the end. And now he's taking his whole army and going for a push that he wants to launch right after the night ends, or maybe even at the end of the night, just basically when he gets there. And he's getting all of those swordsmen there, or warriors, and also goblin archers. But as I said, he doesn't have smithy, so he doesn't have the shield ability, which would definitely help a lot as well. But yeah, now that is coming the most important part of this game, and why it's gonna become so intense. Because as you can see, I had the same plan. I just left my town a little bit later, but I am going in straight line while he's going around the map, so I don't scout him somewhere. But basically we both had the idea of attacking each other at the start of the day. So now I'm moving towards his base. He didn't have any scouts here, I'm just killing skeletons. He's moving towards my base, and I think if I was here, it's a choke point, I think I would still kill him. Maybe. I have shields, I have knights with heals, I think I would kill him. But basically now we are at exact same time starting to attack our expansions. Now I have an advantage of having more bases, so he has to get 2 different spots. But also his defense is really brutal, with so many barracks at one place. But yeah, basically none of us wants to really retreat, because it takes lots of time, and before you get back you will still lose lots of buildings, and if you leave you won't really destroy anything from your opponent. So instead we are just both continuing in the push, but he only left his warriors here to finish the buildings. And with all of his archers and few warriors he's retreating to his home, where he's obviously also producing some units, and he also has still decent defense. Fortunately we managed to push all of his workers away from the farms, so now everything will be starving. While I don't have this problem yet, I will have it soon, because he will just destroy my economy pretty soon as well. And here I decided to retreat because he had a really strong defensive position here. I didn't really know what everything he has there. Fortunately the Hungary army is pretty slow, so I still have a small advantage at least in this. And right now I just decided to move this way. If I think about it again, I would probably go around this way and maybe actually finish the game here. Because he's really slow, he couldn't really kite me and we would be on open field. Unfortunately I decided to go this way. And now obviously he has all of these barracks that he can use to garrison up his archers. And also he can just hide the rest of his units behind the barracks, and I can't really get to those spots, to those narrow tunnels between the barracks. At the same time my whole economy is dying now, We are going into minus with food as well, so everything is starting to starve as well. And even though his archers will be pretty soon like 1 HP, I just cannot really get there. Yeah, here I'm trying to kill with my archers the guys on the barracks. My swordsmen are somehow getting through, but not too effectively. Many units are getting stuck in the back as well because he came with some warriors from here. And he's just fighting me even with the slowed down units because now I'm also slowed down. So this is getting into a really difficult position. I managed to drive him off the barracks, but he's still kiting me and he has so many archers here that it's like so difficult. And I don't think the hunger actually decreases your attack speed, so it's still the same damage. They are just much squishier, but if I can't get to them, it's really difficult. And now I basically lost all of my melee units already. There's only like 15 left. And few archers who are also dying extremely quickly. And at the same time my whole base is dying. But what I have done when I saw this situation is that I brought my peasants from these two bases, or at least few of them, to these bases on top because I knew that I cleared them before. That is why I was saying that the fact that I cleared these goblins in the beginning was extremely important. And what I have done is just that I brought my peasants here, made 2 new bases, 3 new barracks, and I basically, actually I also built this base, I didn't have that before, and I have 3 new bases. He also is making one new base here, but obviously I have way more now. And basically the idea is that he will still get a little bit slowed down here before he destroys the rest of the buildings there. I was expecting to lose this base, but eventually I will actually manage to save it. Here I retreated with just some last units. If we take a look on the food, I have not even 600, while he has 1200, but he has literally 0 food income, while I'm already setting up some first farms. But he has a little bit more wood, we have basically same gold. So overall he should be able to actually make his farms a little bit sooner, but I think I have way more peasants than he has workers. Also when he now tries to retreat to these gold fields, it's gonna take forever with this speed. So this is actually not as bad. And now he's trying to move this whole slow army on 1 HP here. It takes forever and I at least have some time to prepare for it. So I'm obviously spamming peasants in all of my town halls. I'm trying to get some wood really quickly, set up some farms, get away from the food problem. The fact that I have only 600 food and not 1200 as he has is actually helping a lot, because at least I don't have to make as many farms to revive my economy. So the peasants are moving quickly and my units are not losing HP. And now we have basically similar strength of armies here. He's probably actually weaker without shields and just warriors. But he has 1 HP on everything, and even though I was also starving, I used my night heals to actually counter it and stop my units before going in the fight. So now I'm just pushing him back. Obviously he's gonna make it there eventually with these archers as well, but those are also 1 HP. So we should be able to deal with them. Now he revived some of his farms, so not all of his units are starving anymore. But on my side, basically only few units are starving. Outside of that, we are pretty much fine. You can see the food also coming up. That's not just peasants. I also started producing some units, I think, or maybe not yet actually, but we definitely will soon. Now he has way more units, but as I said, I'm one-shotting every single unit of his. So even though he still has archers and he can one-shot me pretty effectively, I still managed to kill more units there, I think, so that's really important. He also spread his army a little bit, but I won't really chase this. I just wanted to drive him out of my base. He actually lost his town hall here, I didn't even know that, or clan hall. So we can gather the gold only here. But we both still have around 7,000 gold. Actually he has 9,000, I have 7,000. Wood is also similar, but now I have better food income. And I actually also managed to kill lots of units, so now we are basically on similar food taken as well, and I just have better infrastructure, yeah, at this point, because I mean in terms of barracks we both have 5, so that's the same, but I have just 4 bases where I can actually gather gold. Obviously harder to defend during the night, but we should be able to deal with that. I have way more space to build my farms, and overall he needs to somehow heal this, which will take forever, even when he recovers from the food problem. I even managed to save 1 farm here with 1 HP peasant. Now I'm power building sawmill because I needed archers to produce in all of my barracks. I had resources for it, food as well, but I needed to quickly make some archers in all of my barracks to protect against the night. But I figured out, or find out, Found out that I didn't have the sawmill, so I had to power build it with like 15 peasants or something. And now we are producing quickly archers in one of our barracks. Here I'm just sending, because I don't think I have barracks in this base, so I'm sending some melee units there to protect it. Here I already made some archers, and now we are basically stabilized. He could have taken all of this and tried to push me, but first of all he didn't even know where my bases are. He destroyed my main base and also the natural expansion together with one more expansion here. And the fact that I have 4 more bases is obviously probably not something he would expect. And also he's so low HP that if he ran into me, I would just win it. Yeah, I have full HP archers, I could place them on the barracks, shields in front of that, and he would have basically no chance. Yeah, skeletons are harassing him now pretty heavily. He doesn't even have any guards here, so he definitely needs to redistribute his army a little bit, but he's also, of course, scared that I might push him. I lost most of my units, he doesn't know what I have, so I could push him with full HP units and he would need all of that at one place to have a chance. He still has 2 outposts, so at least he has some vision, that's definitely really good for him. I have this one outpost in the back, but that is pretty useless unless he wants to push on this base. But now we have enough archers everywhere, so basically the night is just a farm for me. Yeah, I mean a gold farm. You don't really have to worry about it too much. And now we have way more food, which means way more peasants, way more units hopefully as well. We are quickly setting up all the buildings. We still have church. I'm upgrading to fort now, which we have, so I can place down stables, so we can make some new knights, because we lost basically all of them, and now I want to definitely make some knights, give them potions, of course the heal ability, maybe level them up a little bit somewhere, and then go for a strong push with really tanky units in the front, and not just slow shields but also fast knights. We can deal with the archers a little bit better. Yeah, here I got harassed a little bit too much with these skeletons, so just weren't able to deal with them quickly enough, so we lost some peasants, but we'll really quickly remake them in our main buildings. We're doing it here. He's just trying to clear as many skeletons as possible to at least farm some gold. He could potentially use that 10k gold he has to buy potions and heal all of this, but probably not really worth it. Main thing for him is that he's getting lots of levels here. Yeah, but I already bought some potions here for the archers, here for the cavalry as well, and now also I'm buying for the swordsman.
Job's done.
Really good food. But he also started healing now, so once this army is full HP, with so many levels, it's gonna be also pretty dangerous. But yeah, a really nice comeback here in this situation. We were both pretty dead, and he destroyed my main base, so I think I actually lost more important things. And he also maintained stronger army, but we still managed to somehow turn it around, and now I definitely like my position way more. We're trying to rebuild this base, so he wants to have 3 bases, I still have 4, so I don't really care. And also he just doesn't have the workers there, it takes forever to create them. Not sure why he's not really gathering here now. Just send the point here, probably to have it safer. He was expecting some push maybe on this base. Obviously easier to protect. But now a really important thing, I decided to also make some cannons, because I knew that he's making so many archers. So I just figured out that cannons with the new siege ability will be really effective. So I'm making second smithy here, one smithy here, or I'm just pre-making some cannons, then I will make the upgrade in this smithy. The siege ability. We should be on the peasant cap again. I'm of course leaving some archers at home for defense, and here we are preparing some army for the push. Yeah, here grouping up some knights, getting the potions even for the new ones. And you can see he's going for the push again. Even has some warriors at his home too now. Without them he can't really do much. He has 1, so potentially he can capture my outpost, but if he wants to destroy my buildings he really can't. But he can still kill my peasants and other stuff. Now I was preparing to go for the push, same as last time, we are attacking at the same time. but this time I'm not gonna decide to just base rush him again. This time I will actually come back with my army immediately and go, not necessarily destroy him because he can just run away, but at least push him away. Even though he managed to kill some peasants here and also lots of archers, well, who are level 2, so unfortunate, but never mind. Here with the knights, saved them with heals, so we didn't really lose anything from our main army. Unfortunately, he's probably just running away.
Job's done.
But now I think I have the ability ready, so we are producing cannons in both our smithies. Some units maybe in barracks still, or just maybe getting some extra food prepared, distributing our peasants more evenly between wood and gold, and we are going for the push. Unfortunately, here he had the outpost, so even though I will kill the warrior, he scouted me, so now he knows that I am coming. Brought a swordsman there to capture it, and now he doesn't want to go for a base rush again. So we are going for the last big fight. I'm running here with the knights, hopefully trying to cast some heals there, obviously bringing up the shields, but mainly I'm casting with these cannons the ability right here into this stacked pile of archers, and also some warriors there, trying to deal some AoE damage. While of course still pushing him pretty heavily. I would most likely still win it even with the cannons, because we have really tanky front line and my back line is also pretty decent. But it was some really nice damage, it definitely helped as well. He tried to attack me from this side too, but I brought part of my swordsman there to protect it. Archers a little bit AFK there, but we also have some more units here on the top, more units in the back being produced, lots of cannons there as well. But eventually we basically take out his whole army and he calls it GG. And after 30 intense minutes he surrenders and we take the win. So yeah, as I was saying, probably one of the most crazy games, especially with the whole revamp of our bases. We both were starving a lot, we had literally zero food income. I lost my whole main base, I had to rebuild everything. He didn't necessarily lose all of the buildings, but he needs to revive all the economy here as well. But we both somehow managed to bring it to the late game, and this last fight decided, fortunately for me, positively. So yeah, let's finish the replay, check the results. Overall I had definitely way more resources. I had double gold basically mined, because I had so many more bases. I also had way more wood. But in terms of units trained, it was actually pretty balanced. I just trained 2 more units. I had 67 more kills. Of course he had a little bit more lost units. But here you can see it, I constructed more than double of his buildings, so we just had much stronger infrastructure. Which means also when he wants to base rush, it will take him much longer to actually destroy it. So that was really good. In terms of neutral kills, we killed basically the same. I killed 6 more, doesn't really matter. But really interesting that he can produce so many units, basically the same amount as me, with just half of the gold mined. The resources from kills should be also basically the same. I should actually have a little bit more from these kills, even though that was mainly in the end game, so I don't know with how many resources I actually ended up. But this is mainly of course because he was spamming really cheap archers. Yeah, that's just the cheapest unit on gold. So he was able to spam so many of them. I was also making knights now, many swordsmen, also cannons, yeah, so it was just really expensive. In terms of just the amount, we had the same amount of units. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this game. I definitely enjoyed it playing it, now also commentating it. If I will have any more of these really intense 1v1s in the ranked games, I will definitely show you them. I wanted to basically record this immediately when I finish the game, because I don't want to wait for potentially getting some patch again and not being able to play the replay, as it sometimes happens with some of my games I wanted to record before that were really nice, but I wasn't able to play the replays anymore because of patches. So here I just recorded it immediately and now we can watch it together. Okay. I hope you enjoyed it and take care, guys.